Let me explain some things about fermentation, because once you start to understand this, you can see why so many people in this country can't digest bread anymore. The Chorleywood process eliminated fermentation from British bread making. That wasn't an incidental change, it was the central innovation, and it had consequences far beyond the speed of production. When dough ferments slowly over 12 to 24 hours, the lactic acid bacteria and the wild yeasts present in the culture perform a series of biochemical transformations that fundamentally alter the nutritional profile of the grain itself. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry showed that long sourdough fermentation can reduce phytic acid by up to 62%, compared with only 38% for standard yeast fermentation. Now, phytic acid is what they call an anti-nutrient. It binds to minerals and prevents their absorption. So phytic acid in unfermented grain inhibits the absorption of iron, zinc, calcium, and magnesium. In a country where iron deficiency anemia remains prevalent, the method by which the national staple food is processed directly affects population-level mineral absorption. Think about that. The way we make the bread is impacting the nation's ability to absorb minerals. A systematic review of 25 clinical trials published in Advances in Nutrition found significant improvements in glycemic response, satiety, and gastrointestinal comfort associated with sourdough bread consumption, comparing this with the standard yeast bread at the time. In vivo research published in Nutrients confirmed that sourdough fermented breads are measurably more digestible than those started with baker's yeast alone. Higher levels of free amino acids in the blood plasma, better scores across all in vitro nutritional indices. Further studies have shown that sourdough fermentation significantly reduces FODMAP levels. FODMAPs are the fermentable carbohydrates that are a primary trigger of irritable bowel syndrome. So properly fermented bread is tolerable for many of the people who currently get bloating, cramps, and discomfort from eating industrial bread. Why? Because the fermentation breaks down the fructans. It partially degrades gluten proteins. It produces organic acids that support the gut microbiome, and it releases bioavailable minerals that otherwise would be locked and staying out of the grain. So I'll put this another way. The process that was removed from British bread production in 1961, slow fermentation, is precisely the process that makes bread digestible, nutritious, and safe for millions of people who currently cannot tolerate it. We did not develop a wheat intolerance epidemic. We developed a bread production system that bypasses the biological processes required to make that wheat digestible. The wheat isn't the problem, the bread is.